So it is time for the first of two videos today, going through the big Duel Links update that dropped, because this one was very spicy for both Rush Duel and for Speed Duel. We've got Rush Duel stuff in this video, and then Speed Duel for the box, league, structure deck, selection box, campaign, the whole thing in the next one. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. So first of all, we'll go to the news and just check it out, right? So we've got a new campaign coming on the 29th for the quarter century anniversary for Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Now we're getting a cool alt-art BLS. Technically, it's a vanilla, but still treated as BLS. Really cool. But for Rush Duel, we're getting the Legend Magician's Valkyria. And this is cool because it is now our highest stat normal summon in the game. Really, really cool. But it might be power crept by Vorse Raider from leaks, so, you know, that might be happening. But you want to play it in the brand new Legend of Dark Magic structure deck. Now, this is probably the best deck they've done in the shop. I know Days Break like last week, and now I've got this. It does seem very quick, but this is so good for free-to-play players because you've got, in this one deck, 3 copies of Gazelle, 3 copies of your White Tiger, 3 copies of Silver Wolf, 3 copies of Pikachu, meaning for 500 gems, Rush Duel players, buy this, you get one of the best engines in the game. It is so good for a brand new free-to-play player. This is fantastic. Also, you're getting the Barrier, which is one of the best trap cards in the game. So, if you're new to Rush Duel, this is a very good place to start. But of course, there's more to it, right? There's brand new cards. First of all, we've finally got the Battle Trapper Spellcast, Curtain of Sparks. This is going to be reducing your opponent's monster by 500 if there's a spellcast in your graveyard, which is pretty cool. I thought it'd be higher rarity than normal, but still, this is fine. It's technically a better Barrier, but of course, Barrier does recycle your own cards, so that is a big bonus. Then we're getting all RDMG, which is really quick, but I prefer this artwork, so this is a 3 times buy for me personally. Very cool. We're getting a new spell card called Magic Curtain. Pay 1,000, special any spellcaster in your hand. This turn, widespread doesn't affect it. That is so big. Or the Barrier, because most of your spellcasters are going to be 25, 26, meaning guaranteed crash to Dragius, guaranteed clear 7's road without dying. That is really big. Also, Shining Shaman, which we kind of hoped we'd get day 1, but we didn't. And I think right now, this won't be super great until we get Valkyria, because the Valkyria is by far the best target for this to attack directly, or, of course, your Dark Sorcerer, which is 1500, which is also really cool. Also, Light Sorcerer of Sanctity. Getting this one before we get in the OG Light Sorcerer, which it does kind of make sense, right? It reduces your opponent's monsters' attack points. It's fine. It's only by the amount of lights in field, though, so I guess it's a better version, technically, of your Thunder the Thunder. You know, it's more in line with deck theme, of course, works with your new trap card. And then, of course, the big one is Limit 3, Dark Sword Magician. Now, this came out in Rush Duel in the OCG in October 2023. So it's a very new card, and it's our first real special summon from the hand if there's level 7 higher monster opponents on the field that's more than ones on your field. And so, if you're just staring down a board in Rush Duel of level 7s, this is a 325 body, which is really cool. Now, you're never getting its effect off, right? Of having 6 or more spells in the graveyard, it's not happening. In the actual Rush Duel card game, there's a very cheesy deck, right, that revolves around playing literally all spell cards and winning on, like, you know, 1 turn. This won't be as good for that reason, but in Duel Links, this will be really good. Just straight up really good. So overall, for 500 gems, this is a banger of a structure deck. We're going to pull it. Let's skip and see. Any prismatics? No. Let's not copy. Can I buy this on my account here? I probably can't. We'll buy the other copies on my mobile phone later. But that is not all, of course, because we got a surprise SEVENS cap update from 20 all the way to 35, which is crazy. It's the biggest increase in Duel Links history, and I think the reason is because, of course, we launched at 20. And I've obviously seen that people are getting stuck with no content to really play with. And of course, Mimi's now out, and so Mimi's rerun is potentially worthless for players who have been playing since day 1. So this made sense, but all the cards we're getting are very good. And also as well, each character has like 1200 gems, which is really big. So I think in total you've got 6,000 plus gems waiting to claim in Rush Duel. So if you're a speed player, come to Rush Duel, buy the structure deck, right? Just farm the events, you know, jobs are good. So we have Magical Stream, the brand new spell card removal for spellcasters. This is really good. Of course, you played Switch game, the first one. This was one of the best cards in that game. Now, just having no real disadvantage compared to playing things like Hammer Crush is so big. Just a free pop one. If there's spellcaster on the field, really cool. Similarly, for Luke, he's got the one that is going to be for dragons, the Dragonic Inferno, again, the same card. Then for Roman, we've also got another back removal. This one's a bit different though. This is your Psychic Divergence, which you gotta pay 500, but you spin the Spell Trap card back to the top of their deck. So they are gonna get it back next turn, but if you know it's been in their field since like turn 1, turn 2, and not been activatable, then this guarantees their next turn they have one less card to play with, which can be really, really big, especially when Psychics can struggle, but they also have been doing really, really well recently, so this I think will definitely see play. Then for Mimi, again, we have more back removal. We've got Hydration, which is going to require 2 aggros on the field, which is fine. Of course, Seal's Carrier, some back from the graveyard, that's fine. Gain 500, then pop 1. Just again, a really, really good card. Then for Roa, we have very similarly, we've got the Genie's Fire Breath, which can return one spell trap card on the field to his hand, again like Romance, just clogging up the hand, guaranteeing the next turn they've got one less card to play with. Could be better than just sending it to the graveyard, which is really, really cool. And for Gavin, he didn't get a spell card, but he got a brand new normal summon in Shitotsu the Talismanic Warrior, level 4 Water Warrior, 1k 1k, which is fine. This summons out a warrior in a graveyard that's 1k 1k, which I think in Duel Links at the moment is only this. So you're playing this, summon yourself back out, sacking him off your ruler, which I guess is fine. And it's kind of something the deck needed, right? You know, it is another name, and it is, I guess, if they do want to hit, the engines more, then this will see more play. But I'm not sure how good it will be for the general Black Dragon build. But for the whole general Warrior one, right, Dark Heart Celerity, this will probably see some play. If it can play, I assume it can be. So yeah, a very big update for Rush Duel in Duel Links. The biggest level cap increase we've seen, a brand new structure deck, and of course a brand new campaign coming. And that is not all, of course, because we've got a bunch happening in leaks for Speed Duel, and we'll talk about those in a future video later today. And of course, as well, we've got the brand new ban list going into effect, which does actually change the skill for Dark Magician. So this now works with a brand new card, which we kind of should have saw as a hint as to, you know what, this could happen on this day. It wouldn't have been out of the ordinary. Also, we've now got Torna back at Unlimited, which is really, really big again for spellcasters, right? You can just play the standard Sevens Road deck with the brand new spell card if I special summon out a Sevens Road Magician and just go to town. So yeah, this is going to be a very fun kind of time for Duel Links in general. Again, there's more campaigns coming, a bunch of speed stuff, so we'll go for that in the next video. But yeah, overall, very happy with Rush Duel, and hopefully we see more in February, potentially getting Nail. We'll get the upcoming updates confirmed in a couple of days, which kind of go towards that. But yeah, very exciting time for Duel Links. I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.